see that. That's all I got.
That was Jake Myers when asked if the sore calf that kept him out of 2 games, the injury that he suffered while jogging out to the field before last night's Astros-Guardians game, where he was in the lineup, was worse than the last injury that he suffered. I think he answered that without answering it. You can hear his frustration. I wonder where the frustration is directed. If you were to give him truth serum, is he blaming the Astros medical staff, himself for maybe rushing back out there? He said he felt fine. He said he was doing sprints and other drills. Does he blame Dana Brown for trying to push him to get back out there? Does he blame Joe Espada? Whatever the case, I know that he's pissed, and he should be. He's in the midst of a career year. I think that the Astros should have learned from the recent, at least on the outside looking in, seeming mishaps and done a little more due diligence when it comes to checking him out. And even though over the last couple of years, second looks have shown that Jeremy Pena had a broken rib, that Yordan Alvarez had a broken hand, and a second look that never came from the Astros. Kyle Tucker was dealing with a broken shin. You would think that they would just use, when in doubt, the MRI machines, the X-ray machines, the ultrasounds, the CT scans. They would do whatever it takes to double check and make sure that their players are 100% healthy. I mean, we've all gone to doctors, and you will see doctors generally, assuming you have good insurance, which not all of us have, which sucks, doctors will do everything they possibly can, if you have that good insurance, to double check what's going on with you. And they will bill the insurance companies for the things that they're looking at. But that's when we're talking about everyday people. We don't make that much money. But if we're talking about a baseball team with a big payroll that makes a pretty damn good profit as far as baseball teams go, shouldn't you have the ability to regularly do extra looks at injuries and do the most due diligence you possibly can? And shouldn't you, just because of the recent track record, be doing that going forward, no matter what? Yes, you should. And if you're Jake Myers, all you can think about is that August 30th, 2022, former Astros general manager James Click said this after Houston optioned him to Sugarland after he tried to come back from a traumatic shoulder injury. We just weren't seeing it there physically. We will review the return to play process to determine if there were things that we could have done better to put him in a position to succeed at the major league level. I don't think that ever happened because obviously Click was out of a job 3 months later. I don't think they ever did that audit. They won the World Series. You don't have to. Michael Brantley will be fine next year. He'll be fine. How many games did he play? Did he even play one? Truly, I don't remember. I mean, that also lends itself to Jim Crane, Jeff Bagwell, the Astros Letterman Jacket, Skull and Bone Society, and the moves that they were making, which weren't the smartest. But, I mean, that's another moment where it didn't seem like due diligence was done. They gave Brantley a 1-year, $10 million deal. They could have used outfield depth in the 2023 season. And here we are, once again, asking the same questions. One, what the hell is the Astros process, protocol, when they are checking their players who get hurt? And what is the return to play protocol? Clearly, it's bad. Bad. B-A-D.
Stop doing that. Shooting with the water gun or with the water spritzer.
Right, like he's a cat. Like he's Arya when she gets up on the counter. And by the way, she actually stopped doing that. Girlfriend's cats don't do that. Girlfriend's cats, I think, are past the point of no return. They're cute cats, though. We let them get away with it. All three of them. I love cats. Oh yeah. Paul, are you with your girlfriend for the cats? Oh, she listens too, so that might not be the best comment to say here.
Are you the first ever crazy cat man?
That is a great question. I'm gonna have to ask her that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask her that. Yeah, she hangs out on the Twitch. She's lovely. So, given that Jake Myers has dealt with this before, I mean, don't you want to sue? Wouldn't you want to sue? It's your boss. Theoretically, you're blackballed from the industry going forward. And we don't know that he suffered a torn Achilles. I know a lot of the doctors online were like, well, it looks like a torn Achilles. Actually, I don't know if it was a torn Achilles. He was walking off the field. A lot of that. Like, shut up.
People were talking about how he was hopping.
Yes.
And I was just like, guys.
Yes.
Like, we don't know.
Yes.
They don't know.
Yes. It's...
Astros doctors don't know.
They don't.
No one knows.
And that's the problem. I mean, we are allowed to play armchair doctor because of how bad the Astros medical staff or training staff has been. Strength and conditioning staff. Whatever it is. I mean, we don't know much about it.
Whoever it is, they're doing a bad job.
The thing that baffles me is I'm surprised none of these guys want to like speak and say like, oh God, Joe's talking about ultrasound again. Dana Brown's talking about calcification in bones again. Oh, like, don't they want to correct? Doctors are generally really smart people that went to the most difficult kind of school that there is, medical school. I can't remember all that crap. You know, I have to sing that song that I heard when I was going to Lutheran nursery school in Hanover, Massachusetts. Like, the knee bone's connected to the leg bone, and that's not even actual bones. I right now, off the top of my head, it took me that long just to remember that the thigh bone is actually your femur. Like, it took me that long, and that's an easy one. What's covering my brain? I don't know, but all of us idiots get to play armchair doctor thanks to them, and I think Jake Myers should sue. Screw it. Pull a Colin Kaepernick. Take a knee. Take a knee. I'm taking a knee. I don't know if I'm fitting in the camera frame. Am I fitting in?
No, you're in there.
I'm taking a knee. Jake Myers, take a knee. Take a knee. Sue him. Sue him.
Well,
What?
he can't really take a knee right now.
Well, take a knee on the leg that would provide the least amount of pain to your calf. What's the sore right calf?
Yeah.
So I
put
think
that one down.
You would, yeah. So hang on. I'm putting my right knee down. Take a knee. Jake, take a knee.
A little bit lower.
A little lower. Okay.
Yeah,
There's Jake. There's lots of doctors out there that love a little class action lawsuit. There's a lot. Okay. One. Texas Hammer. Were you just hit by an 18-wheeler? Did you lose both your legs and you're in a wheelchair for the rest of your life? Call me. I'm the Texas Hammer. Could do him. We know Tony Buzzbee. Game is the game. Buzzbee's the GOAT. I'm telling you. And here's the thing. I just want a little retainer. That's all. I want a retainer.
A little kickback, yeah.
I just want a little bit. Just a little bit to wet my beak. You guys have listened to me on the show before. I can sound like a lawyer. Well, I do declare my client is suffering under the wrath of this Astros medical staff. This is, they may as well be pulling out a whip and getting my players back out on the field with a little whoosh-ah, a bunch of crackers in this medical staff. They're forcing Jake Myers out there. I do declare this is not medical practice. This is an abomination. What these people are doing, they would gladly sell their souls and perhaps dig up a body from a graveyard and throw them out there in the midst of the Astros line. I'm talking about Zach Short and Cooper Humble. Bless their hearts. They are husks out there. And meanwhile, they are turning the Astros players into husks. Sean Mapes, you are covering your hand in embarrassment. I do declare that is something that I would hold you in contempt of court.
No.
I know that's a lawyer term.
That is.
I sound like a lawyer right now. I've added a little Southern drawl here, and I feel like I just want to be co-counsel. Okay. Hey, listen, I have been talking about this here for 3 years. No one on the radio has been talking about this as long as me. Paul, you don't have that big of a following. Well, that's because I tell you the truth, okay? And I know I sound like Kevin Costner in the movie JFK, and he seemed to have a conspiracy theory too. But I'm telling you right now, I know what's up. Just give me like $100,000 as part of this lawsuit, a class action lawsuit. There's lots of Astros players who want to be a part of it. Kyle Tucker. Hey, Kyle Tucker, you going to get paid by those Chicago Cubs? Probably not. They're going to look at that bone and say, what happened to your bone, boy? Jordan Alvarez, medical malpractice. Jeremy Pena, medical malpractice. There's a laundry list of Astros pitchers who have gone back in there too soon. J.P. France is one of them. What the hell's happening with Luis Garcia? I don't even know anymore. So all I'm saying is that, Your Honor, you who listen to the Paul Gallant Show, I'm just asking. Let's start moving right here. GoFundMe. It'll fund me, and I will take the money and do what I see fit with it. And that GoFundMe, I will use what I can to talk to Jake Miles and the Astros so we can get a class action lawsuit. I do declare, ladies and gentlemen, and them. It's 2025. You have to be respectful.
Thank you, Southern Lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Kublai says something's wrong with Paul's medulla oblongata. I actually, that's a Waterboy reference. Speaking of the Waterboy, 10-minute drill, we'll have a Waterboy reference there. I started watching Happy Gilmore again for the first time in a while last night. Anyway, it is the Paul Gallant Show, ESPN 97.5 and 92.5, 713-780-3776 to call to text, YouTube at ESPN Houston, on Twitch at ESPN 975. No, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders. Up next, how down bad are we right now? How down bad are we? I mean, the Astros did sweep the Dodgers over the weekend. How did this flip so quickly? What the hell?
I was gonna say that's starting to feel a long time ago now.
It's like, what the hell? How down bad are we? I'm going to offer some solutions for the Astros in the short term next. It's the Paul Gallant Show. Stay put.